Hey, is this thing on?
The Public Free Press published a story today about a meeting that took place in January, a meeting that up until today nobody was talking about. So, in January of this year, behind closed doors at the Pentagon, the Undersecretary of War for Policy, Elbridge Colby, summoned Cardinal Christophe Pierre, Pope Leo's ambassador to the United States, and proceeded to deliver a lecture. Now, there is no public record of a Vatican official ever taking a meeting at the Pentagon, not once in the entire history of this country. See, they don't go to the Pentagon goes to them. And here's what Colby told him: America has the military power to do whatever it wants in the world, and the Catholic Church had better get on board and take its side. See, this war has no legal basis. Congress didn't declare it, the UN didn't authorize it. The only framework they've built around it is religious. Hegseth invoking Jesus at the Pentagon, his crusader tattoos on his arms. And they're thinking, hey, if the first American born Pope blesses this war, then they get 2,000 years of Christian moral authority stamped on an illegal military campaign. And they get 1.4 billion followers told by God's representative on earth that this war is righteous. Now, before I go any further, I want to be very clear about something. I'm not here defending the Catholic Church. Okay, this is the institution that covered up the mass rape of children for decades on every continent on earth. Nobody, and I mean nobody, has ever built a more sophisticated institutional cover up machine in history. So back to the meeting. When Cardinal Christophe Pierre didn't fall in line, tempers rose, and one official in that room reached for a 700-year-old weapon. They invoked the Avignon Papacy. Now, a quick bit of history, and I promise this will all come together. So, in 1309, King Philip IV of France, a man who had already had the previous pope arrested, beaten, and driven to death, decided that he was done with the papacy operating independently. So, through political pressure and military force, he made the new pope move, like physically move. The entire papacy packed up and relocated to Avignon, France, and they were under the thumb of the French king. So, for the next 70 years, the most powerful religious institution on earth operated as a political instrument of the French government. So in that meeting, that official back in the Pentagon meeting, they didn't stumble into a 700-year-old historical reference by accident. No, they studied the play and they came prepared with it. And what they're saying to the Pope's ambassador was this: the church has been brought to heel before, and we are not above trying it again. And the Catholic Church has survived the Roman Empire, the Ottoman Empire, two world wars, every king, dictator, and despot who looked at this institution and said, get on board or else. Now, every single one of them is a footnote in history, a history book that the Catholic Church is still writing. And this administration, the one that still hasn't released the Epstein files, just walked into a room and threatened the undisputed masters of the cover up. And the masters said no. The first American Pope was invited to America's 250th birthday. He'll be spending it on a refugee island in the Mediterranean instead, where African migrants risk their lives trying to reach Europe. See, Pope Leo didn't just say no to Trump. He said no to his country of origin. And when the first American Pope walks away, he doesn't walk away empty handed. He takes 1.4 billion people with him. The only thing worse than this administration's hubris and audacity is their fucking ignorance. And you can't unsee what they do and you can't unhear what they say, but you can vote. Thank you so much for listening. Please spread the word, forward this. Thanks, and vote.